should be them be say. The small boys if we do big things, they be tell us say. Like we just a play. They play on me living a life now. We know they do anything now. Blessings them at the back now. Choose what you want is for life now. Sure you feeling the vibe now. Too many things I write about. Switch on to the right sound. You got to pick up your mind now.
When I feel my life was all over. Fast forward now it's December. It seems since you took over. When I feel my life was all over. Fast forward now it's December. It seems since you took over.
I don't know fear. Every day my heart feel go and get I running when we cut through here. For the atmosphere, the small ways if we do big things, we gon' celebrate until we reach that day.
Now we living a life now. We know they do anything now. Blessings them at the back now. Choose what you want is for life now. Sure you feeling the vibe now. Too many things I write about. Switch on to the right sound. You got to pick up your mind now.
When I feel my life was all over. Fast forward now it's December. It seems since you took over. When I feel my life was all over. Fast forward now it's December. It seems since you took over.
Now we living a life now. We know they do anything now. Blessings them at the back now. Choose what you want is for life now. Sure you feeling the vibe now. Too many things I write about.
Whatever I'm going through, you can see. You can see. Whatever I'm going through, you can see. You can see. Whatever I'm going through, you can see. Lord, you can see. So I know that you come through for me. I cannot let go. But you holding me down, I don't feel let go. Why would I let go? Came from me, you been there for me from the get-go. You are here. I know that my baby would disappear. I can see you here. I'll be fine when I go from here. Whatever I'm going through, you can see. You can see. Whatever I'm going through, you can see. You can see. Whatever I'm going through, you can see. Lord, you can see. So I know that you come through for me. Make you come through, make me up. You come and give me joy. Come and make me up. Make me up. I make you come and give me joy. Come and make me up. I'm going through, you can see. You can see. What I'm going through, you can see. You can see. You can see. Whatever I'm going through, you can see. Lord, you can see. So I know that you come through for me. The way you care for me, make water come out my eyes.
water, oh me see nugari, me daddy make me rise. You can call me Omalama. But tonight you want to tell me sana. I like the way you handle the battle, baby sana. Never you let me go, that move for me sana. Make I turn up. Ah, hey. Holy Father, daddy make me holla, yeah. Carry me go where I don't be shy, hey. We go bullet me to higher.
Our journeys through education take many routes from our early years to university. Academic Crossroads is here to explore key elements to help equip you along the way. So join us and our special guests as we also discuss the expected and unexpected paths, including all the challenges and triumphs while gathering your academic top tips.
This is Academic Crossroads with your host, Dr. Leanne J. Adeyemi.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Academic Crossroads here on Fire Radio. So thank you all for joining us, Sib, Ben, Tendai, to all of you that are tuned in, to those that have commented, those that haven't quite commented. I hope you have chilled and you are ready for this evening. Now, we were scheduled to do the power of feedback, critique and conquer, but we will be saving that episode for next week, because what is Academic Crossroads if it is not going to equip you live and direct? So for today's show, we will be focusing on winning applications, because before you get the feedback, you need to have done something, right? So this week we will be focusing on winning applications. So if you haven't already, please send the link out, ask people if they are online, call them, message them, and we will be back in just one moment.
When I be rising, make I don't forget I'm your boy. Hey, I'm your boy. Call me your mama. You could love but tonight you want to tell me sana. I like the way you handle the battle, baby sana. Never you let me go, that move for me sana. Make I turn up. Ah, hey. Holy Father, daddy make me holla.
This is Academic Crossroads.
So thank you for joining us here on Academic Crossroads live on Fire Radio. So we are in the season, and so we need to make sure that we are equipped, that we can excel. Now, there's a few hours left, so if you haven't yet, then make sure you get your applications in today. I'm talking to myself as well. But whilst we are thinking of applications, here are some tools and ways that you can make sure you have a winning application and apply it in the best way possible. So first of all, make sure you know what you are applying for. Have a detailed understanding. Make sure you read the application thoroughly. What is it for? What exactly are they asking you to do? What are the requirements for the role? Or what will you be studying on the course? Know the module breakdowns. Have an idea of the assessments if they mention it. What will your timetable be like? If it is a job, is it remote? Are they going to expect you to be going into the office a certain amount of times a week? What will your requirements be within that job role? What are the essential criteria? What are the desirable criteria? And don't worry, if you don't have all of those, still apply. I'm telling you, still apply. It's possible. So know what you are applying for. And also, when you are writing your applications, you need to make sure that you are demonstrating. Don't just say that you are passionate about this area or actually done it. Do not forget to use the STAR method. Talk about the situation you were in. What was the task at hand? What exactly was required of you for that task? And what were the challenges? Make sure that you are talking about the action that you did. Whilst it's lovely and we want to know that everyone does teamwork, also when people are reading their applications, they want to know what you did specifically. What were the jobs and the things that you did within that role or within that situation that you're talking about, and how did you do them? So if you are saying that you ensured that there was open communication within the team, how did you do that? What did you use? Was it via email? Did you have a Teams chat? Did you have, a Teams group? Did you set up a WhatsApp group? It could be anything, but we want to see how you did that. So whilst hearing that, you made communication great, you made it flow, you made it open, you made it accessible. How did you do those things? If you're talking about accessibility, did you provide a Word document along with presentation slides, along with maybe a transcript from your meeting? Did you send out emails and make sure that if you sent out an email, was it accompanied by something? So things they're not sunshine and roses 24/7. And so be honest about it. Sometimes even throw in an example of something that maybe didn't go so well, and then how you navigated through that. It really shows transparency. It shows honesty. It also shows that actually you're not scared to discuss maybe the things that didn't go so well. And so they're considering all of this. Whilst they want to see how you align with the role, they also want to think, okay, what is this person going to be like within the situation? You talk about the task at hand, the challenges, and what was the overall requirements. What did you do specifically, and how did you do that thing? Speak about the result, the outcome. Everyone wants to know the outcome. There's no point in starting something but not telling them the outcome. Was it that actually the project was a success? Was it that actually the project went over budget? Was it that there wasn't enough time to finish the project? Or maybe everything went swimmingly and smoothly and it was that sunshine and roses? Then say that. And finally, one thing that a lot of people don't include in their applications, but actually is really nice to see, is a reflective end. So when you're thinking about what you did and all the things that happened, even though it might be short, I might have to just do a short paragraph. But whilst you are including all of that, reflect on it and think, how would I do this differently next time? Or what can I use from this experience, and how can I translate that into this role that I'm applying for, or on this course that I'm applying for? And how can you flip it so that actually you're thinking ahead now? So yes, you've done the reflective piece, you've gone through it, but actually how can you use that experience to benefit the role that you are applying for, or to benefit the team, the project, the organization that you're applying for? So really then whilst you're speaking about the specific experience, you then take it broad. So use that STAR method with the double R. You're talking about yourself. How does that link to what it is that you're saying is there and the things that you've done. How do those link? So if you're applying for maybe a course, you're thinking about the content, you're thinking about the assessments, you're thinking about the placements. You need to make sure that you're thinking about the university as well as a whole, because we want to make sure you're well-rounded applicants. Thinking about the university as a whole and thinking, okay, how does this experience tie into maybe something you may actually be contributing wider to the wider organization and the wider educational institution. Think also about the university life as well as a whole when you're doing this. So you have to try and think broader than just the thing that you are applying for. And if this is a specific job role that you're applying for, equally slightly different, but the skills that are required for that role, how does what you've already done relate to those? The daily activities. So in that job spec, what is it asking and saying that you'll need to be doing on a day-to-day? Will you be organizing meetings? Will you be meeting clients? Will you be, engaging with stakeholders? How does what you've done already tie into that, and how will it help you within that role? It may be as simple as you saying, so this thing that you've done, this will really help me in the role by A, B, and C. Or it really sets a good foundation for when I would have to do X, Y, and Z if I was selected for this role. And so really making sure you're linking everything all together, talking about your experience, where you're coming from, and then how that can benefit where you are going. And make sure that when you are applying for jobs and your roles, make sure you're looking at the company as a whole as well. So whilst you have your specific role that you're doing within your team, and it may be within a specific division, but what you didn't care, it may be along the lines of things that they engage in throughout the year. How is what you're applying for and what your experience is, how can that tie in to benefit the students broader than just the subject that you will be applying for in your teaching or in your supporting role, in whichever way it may be. So make sure that you know what you're applying for. Make sure you demonstrate. People don't just want to know what it is you're passionate about, but how have you shown that passion over the years? And what experience have you gained to show the passion? But they want to know, how is this contributing to what it is that you're applying for? How is it going to be of benefit to where you are going? And then also, how will it contribute to your future? Sometimes we feel like, oh no, I don't want to say anything outside of just being in the place that I'm applying for. But there are some organizations that actually, they never expect anyone at certain grades within the companies. They don't expect anyone at certain grades to stay there for long. They're expecting people to want to progress. They want to see that actually you have aspirations. Now, whilst you have to probably be wise about how you put those aspirations in and how you tie them in with your applications, but make sure you're showing them that actually you have vision. Make sure you're showing them that actually there are steps that you want to take. And if this role is a stepping stone, then in some instances, you have to be wise about how you do it. But make sure you're saying that how this is going to contribute to the next steps, especially if it's a course. Then say where this is going to propel you towards. What skills are you going to gain in this role? And how that's actually going to benefit your future, and what those future aspirations are, and how you can then tie that all in together. So they want to see progress. They want to see that actually, you thought beyond the now. It's going to propel you forward and move you to where you where you want to go in your future. Now, I'm looking at the time and it's had to have been a short and sweet one today. But when you are finishing off your applications tonight and making sure that they get submitted, please make sure you have read that job application. Make sure you have read that course application and know what it is that you are applying for. Know the requirements of the role and know the expectations of the company in order for you to be suitable for this role. Link that all together and bring in the demonstrations and say how that's going to be effective in the role that you're applying for or in the course that you're applying for, and make sure you're bringing that nicely together to show that. And whilst you need to link it into the role specific, but make sure you're thinking about the team, you're thinking about the division, you're thinking about the university. You might need to think about the whole company as a whole, and think about how you can actually link that in as you go throughout your application. It doesn't just have to be plonked at the end, but actually tie it in nicely bit by bit as you go, and then it helps to build a nice picture, and it also makes it easier to read as well. And then finally, how this will contribute to your future. So thinking beyond the now, especially if you're doing a course, how is this going to be a stepping stone into the next step of which you want to take? If it is a job, just be wise about how you do it, but also show them that actually you have vision. If it is a specific project, like what progress can be made, where can it go, and what can be done after. So if you also have time, finally, make sure you edit and proofread. If you don't have time for on Academic Crossroads, live and direct from On Fire Radio. And I will see you same time, same place
On Fire Radio.
Where we will be focusing on feedback, taking that critique and helping you conquer.
You have been listening to Academic Crossroads. Join us same time next week for more academic top tips with your host, Dr. Leanne J. Adu-Boahene.